5, 4, 3, 2.
All right, if everybody's seen the movie The Matrix, you probably heard about what, the daily red pill. Everybody's probably wondering what daily red pill is all about. So, in the movie The Matrix, Neo meets Morpheus, and Morpheus offers him 2 pills. One's a blue pill, one's a red pill. The blue pill, Morpheus tells him, hey, you take this blue pill, you'll wake up in bed, and you'll never know anything ever happened. And you can go on about your daily life and your daily living. But if you take the red pill, you can go and see how far the rabbit hole goes. So that's the derivation of the daily red pill, at least the way I translated it. I'm sure that's what old Dredd said, figured it out as, or whoever wrote all this. But we'll start here. I'm not a PowerPoint guy.
You got a PowerPoint presentation in your hand?
We have, I know, but anybody can't see it, I'm gonna get over here behind the light. The Q, we'll go over what Q source is. The Q is a virtuous man who leads effectively for others. The Q source is the collective wisdom from which the Q may draw, develop in his leadership skills, and the Q source is F3's leadership philosophy. That's what we're doing here today. We're trying to sharpen our leadership skills for the other 6 days a week when we go to the workouts. And the first quadrant of the DRP is the get right. The statement, daily commitment to accelerate fitness, fellowship, and faith. And here's the scripture. Like a city whose walls are broken through is a man who lacks self-control. Proverbs 25:28. The Socratic, can a man get right by himself? Do New Year's resolutions work? And are they good choices?
All right, so let's touch off on those.
Yeah.
What's that first question?
Can a man get right by himself?
You know what that brings me to mind too? Wilson.
Volleyball?
The volleyball?
The volleyball. Castaway. He was by himself on an island. And what did he long for the whole time he was there?
Somebody to talk to.
You know what I mean? Not like Gilligan's Island, where they had Mary Ann and Ginger too, and Mrs. Howe there, So that's what get that one statement right there. And everybody else probably has different avenues and stuff like that where they can put it. That's where it takes me.
And what's the best time of the year? The most busy time of the year when it comes to fitness?
January 1st.
January 1st.
What's today's date?
Today's date's the 17th.
There you go. Business day.
So,
Day's
you
longest.
go to the gym. When I used to go to the gym over here at Winthrop or at the Y or wherever, you would be going there every day, and then January 1,
Look at the arm
same
going
machine that you were on is occupied by somebody else that you used every day. And then, it's okay, he won't be here in a week. He won't be here in a week.
Did you say the machine occupied by the one that you want was occupied?
Yeah.
You know that story, don't you? About a bicycle at a Y, and somebody asked you, "Are you really going to use that?"
Oh, yeah.
Are you really going to use that bicycle?
Sounds like the Matrix, a machine occupied by somebody else.
Yeah.
Good point.
So, are you making good choices on your fitness? So a man needs help to get right. The boats of some men have been so long capsized that they have gradually surrendered to a life being swept downstream by circumstance. Having lost the ability to make headway, they become fully focused on mere survival. We call these men sad clowns.
Exactly.
And their affliction, the sad clown syndrome. And this is a good.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes, sir.
Who was the biggest sad clown this morning when they got here?
Me.
No, me. I take full.
You were brackish.
I was a brackish clown.
You were very brackish.
All right, go ahead, Q.
You had salt makeup on.
At least I would.
You were
Yeah,
a
go
salt
ahead.
lick.
I do have a cow lick.
Salt lick. Wait for the cow to come lick it off.
All right, go ahead.
Sad clown can usually be identified by inconsistent fitness. He cyclically gains and loses the same 40 pounds. Loneliness, he lacks.
I know all about that.
Yep. Loneliness, he lacks true meaningful male relationships and a lack of purpose. He has no idea why he does the things he does. The 3 F's of F3 are an offer of an antidote to the sad clown.
I'll tell you how sad a sad clown can get. He don't cyclically lose. He just continually gains.
Yeah.
You don't even try anymore. You just keep creeping up.
And can I touch off on that?
Yeah.
Please.
Even with weight, right? Weight, you can notice that, but also with your spirituality, with your motivation, with your fitness, fellowship, and faith. All three of those, right?
Absolutely.
You can be a sad clown with your faith, your fitness, and your fellowship.
The quality of
Same
what
way,
you give your spouse.
Oh shoot!
The fitness part, I was that 40-pound guy. I mean, this is the definition of me right here, because, and then when we all in the military, whoever's in the military, you're in the best shape of your life. You get out of the military, you're like, yeah, I don't have that daily discipline to stay fit, and you don't have that daily, time to get out and work out. So I get out and I gain. I gain up 260. Heaviest I've ever been in my life. So I lose, and even then, when I was in the Navy, my spiritual life was crap. Absolute crap. Because I figured I was the sad clown who thought, oh, I'm away from my family in Japan. This is not what my life is supposed to be about. So I get out.
Beautiful.
And I come out and I get back in the real world, and I take a job where I'm starting to speak and talk like I was in the Navy.
No, you wouldn't.
People who were in the military.
Oh man, that's terrible. Horrible.
You could, let's just say you have a different vocabulary when you're working in the military, and when you're out in the real world, people don't use that same vocabulary, and I almost got fired for doing that. So I had to reevaluate my life then. I mean, that was back 20-something odd years ago. 20 years ago. And, and it's been that cyclical thing all the time until 3 years ago when I took the daily red pill. So the syndrome, the first F of provision is consistent fitness, a healthy relationship with body and soul. The second F is the provision of deep fellowship, a healthy relationship with those in proximity. And the third F is provision of faith, the hope that results when a sense of purpose is ignited, a fit and fellowed man.
I like it.
So the DRP, your daily red pill, you have that choice. The blue pill, go back to bed, fart sack, don't make any friends, don't work out, don't get your life right, don't become a better husband, don't become a better father, don't become a better leader, just become the same guy you go in and out of daily life with. And then you take the red pill and say, okay, I want to see how far this rabbit hole goes. So, the antidote of F3 offers availability to any man willing to swallow it down. F3 calls taking the daily red pill or the DRP. This is a decision a man must make each day to keep accelerating. To take the DRP is to accept the hard truth that we are all ultimately and wholly responsible for the outcomes in our own lives, in the communities in which we live, and the organizations and teams in which we belong. We all start each day with the choice of whether to not to take the DRP. And the Q is a man who consistently swallows it down whole and doesn't look back. We have at least some funny looking memes.
Can you put it in the light a little bit? Because I don't know who the guy who put that all together, but it's pretty good.
It's pretty good. That's pretty good. Now let's go F3 ourselves. That's a Walker Q coined phrase.
Yes, sir. At your birthday party.
My birthday party.
2 years ago. Maybe 3.
Maybe 3. My favorite, your shirt says tap out in UFC, but your body says cook out in KFC.
What's the other with the monkey, dude? Don't miss the monkey.
The monkey. If you're going to fight like you're the third monkey on the ramp to the ark. And brother, it's starting to rain.
Hold on. You threw this one. I'm gonna
And don't eat honey. I choose bees. That one is a Jamie Jones.
No, that's us. There you go, my friend. If anybody needs a copy of this stuff and everything like that, I can send it to you.
The spur. Acceleration requires daily commitment. I mean, this week, I've seen them.
Oh, you went through it.
I listen
Good job,
to Jocko's
dude.
podcast.
You study.
I listen to Jocko's podcast. I listen to Jocko's podcast. Whether he's got all the answers, it keeps me focused during the day. But they say what time? Were there days when you don't feel like getting after it? Are there days that you get after it every day? We see your little watch on Instagram saying you get up at 4:30 and you get after it every day. But aren't there days where you just don't want to get after it? His answer is get after it. Whether you just get up and do something small, or get up and do a huge, like throwing up kind of workout, or get after life in general. So, I mean, this week, we have injuries. I've been trying to rest up this whatever I got on my knee going on this week.
It's called a cap.
Yeah, it's a cap. I don't know. It's right under the right
Kneecap.
Cap, so it hurts. So there are times when getting after it and getting fixed are two different things. Where you got to make sure you're healthy enough to get after it, but then you don't want to get back into that rut where you're getting after it, and then you're like, I just don't feel like it. You're not injured. You don't getting healthy. You're just like, I'm getting back to where I want to go. There are faces we've seen out here who we can probably identify in our F3 group who are in that cyclical cycle, even if they come to F3, who in the wintertime, it's just too cold. Somebody made me mad. I'm not coming back.
It never
I
worked
got
out with
hurt,
me.
I'm gonna take a week off. This is nice to sleep in.
I gave a pint of blood.
I gave a pint of blood. I passed out with awesome triceps.
I'm not calling any names, Sergeant Major.
And then you get to that point like, oh man, I miss those F3 guys. And it's been another year and you've already gained another 40 pounds. And you started over again. So, even in F3, we have that cyclical sad clown cycle. Or some. So it's our job as leaders to push those people back and say, you are a one straight line man. You're going to start here and you're going to end when you go see the Creator in heaven. And the decision to accelerate is done in solitude, but the act of accelerating is done in multitude. So that's what I meant by that. We make the choice to come out here at 4:30, whatever time you wake up, and 5 and work out and everything. But some people just don't want to do that every morning. So the multitude is our job as high impact men to say, hey, bud, I hadn't seen you in a while. Is there a reason why you hadn't come? Oh, I haven't gone out because my wife doesn't like me getting up early. Oh, I like sleeping in, man. I really do enjoy sleeping in, or something like that. I mean, it's our job to go, and I am as guilty as this as anybody else. Because I'm good to speak in front of people, but people I don't know really well, I just can't. I have a problem going up to them and trying to do that. Try to get them back into that mode. So acceleration only requires movement, and today is that marginal faster than yesterday. So with that saying, for the ways of man are before the eyes of the Lord, he watches all his paths. That's Proverbs 5:21. So anybody want to mention anything or say anything about your daily red pill? How do you take your daily red pill and get after it every day and encourage other people?
I'd like to add that sad clown syndrome, and you touched on it, can occur while you're a part of F3. And as a classic example, you can look at me, and my fitness level pretty much stayed the same. Didn't lose any weight, just kind of maintained. And the reason was I really wasn't accelerating. I had this 3, maybe 4 day a week plan, and it was the workout. And eventually you realize that even though you're doing F3, you're still underwater, your boat's capsizing, you're kind of going down. You may be doing it in a different way, and you have improved yourself, but you can get to a point where you're just kind of floating. And I finally realized that the reason I'm kind of not happy with where I'm at is because of me, and started making a commitment to show up more, pre-run, things of that nature. So I know it doesn't look like it yet, but at some point, the pre-running that I'm doing is going to catch up. And then if I don't show up on a weekend, because a lot of times I'll commit to my wife, and I'm not going to be at a weekend workout, but I'll still maybe get up and run around the neighborhood where I'm close, and I'm going to be trying to get her out. She's got a bicycle now, and just do some things with her, and just maximize how many miles I can get in, plus the workout. And my expectation is that's a truer sense of where this daily red pill is, and I just haven't been doing it. So be careful that you don't get stuck, in that one little routine, and you think you're doing the daily red pill. Because I think there's a whole new level of something I got to grow into and be.
Yeah,
I'll touch on.
that's a great thing to share, because I mean we're creatures of habit.
Yeah.
We just are. So the only thing I would add to that, piggybacking off what you just said, and you talked about the 40 pounds. The 40 pounds is true in the physical sense. Like that's your outward appearance. But we all have these 40-pound things that we're carrying around that most people will never see.
Yeah.
That you know, and they're in your head and they're in your heart, and they're not necessarily outward. But you're carrying that 40 pounds in the metaphorical type of sense. It's either something that you're doing, that you're hiding, or you think nobody knows, and it's all great, and you get in these little habits. We all do it because we're creatures of habit. So what you're talking about kind of piggybacks off of that, because you have to do that introspective look and say, well, what is the 40 pounds I'm doing, not only in the physical sense, but in the metaphorical 40 pounds that you're carrying around. And then what are you going to do differently to change that situation? When it comes to the physical part, you're going to exercise more, you're going to eat right, you're going to do things for that outward, but what are you going to do for the other 40? Are you going to pray more? Are you going to spend more? If you don't think you're spending enough time with your spouse, guess what? You're probably not. If you don't think you're doing enough of something, you're probably not.
I'll go with that,
Don't
too,
dwell
because
on the question too long. Figure out a way to change it and do something about it.
we all get up early. We all get up and do this. It's our routine. We get up and we work out. We go to work and we go home. And in the afternoon, usually we do this so we can spend more time with our wives or our families in the afternoon, but we get up early. We work all day. So at the end of the day, we're probably all pretty much spent and we want to go to bed. There are many days where I say, I want to just go to bed when I walk in the door. My daughter, she's getting ready to, she's trying out for volleyball. She practiced this week, and then one day I just know I was spent, I was done. But she came up to me and said, I want to try out for volleyball. Can you help me go get in shape? Everything in my mind was sitting there telling me, oh God, I'm just weighed down, I'm tired, I'm done. But as leaders, not only in our community, we're leaders in our family, and you got to suck it up, Buttercup.
Bam!
Go out there and go and take care of your family first. And if that means missing the next workout the next day, you miss the next workout the next day, because that's what I did. I took time to go out there and work out with her. And hopefully it'll all pay off next Monday when she tries out. So remember doing that.
Yeah,
And make sure your daily red pill goes out throughout the whole day.
One of the things I'm doing a little bit differently also is, and Riddler is part of this, is some accountability from a weight point of view. And we're in that group F3 that Hackman started for weight loss, and we weigh in either every Friday or every Monday. And the scale don't lie. I don't care what you say.
Right.
I can tell you guys I'm running all day long and I did this many miles, and no, I'm not on Strava, I'm on this other app, but at the end of the day, on Monday when I step on the scale, that's the truth. Now I can lie about it, but then again, I'm doing the same thing I've been doing for 3 years, and I'm not going to do that. Plus the fact you can see me.
And
You can't hide.
let me
above
let me
that.
touch off that too,
How
right
much
quick,
you
Smiley.
weigh? I was like, well, today I weigh.
Touch off that with a great accountability is this. You're doing it on Monday. You're weighing in on Monday. Most time you weigh in on Friday, and then you say, oh, hey, I'm ahead of the game. I got Saturday and Sunday. Let's get to the trough, boys.
No,
Right?
guy, that's why I weigh in on Monday.
Horse
Okay.
and barn.
Exactly. Anybody got anything else to add to that?
You can do it. You ain't that guy. You're a good Friday.
I weigh in on Fridays.
And one more. Oh, okay, sorry. One more. I didn't mean to call you out, but I did. But anyway, one thing I want to say now is, my work schedule's changed, and trying to get that daily red pill in is a different story.
Mm-hmm.
But when I was working out and everything like that constantly and everything, and running a lot of miles, you sit there and say, okay, this guy's doing a 5K a day. You know what I mean? But in retrospect, until you put yourself in that guy's situation, you don't know what he's got going on at home. You don't know what he's doing for his job and everything like that. And when somebody is committed to doing 3.1 miles a day, that's huge, because I was doing however many miles a week. It doesn't really matter. It's not about me. But I can't do 3 miles now anymore. I can't do maybe 2. But this guy right here has got a new kid, and I've been wanting to give him a shout out for a while, and I guess I'm gonna do it right now. He's got a new kid and everything like that, and he's still hitting 3.1 miles a day plus.
And that's not an average.
That's plus.
Physically.
Yeah, and and he's hitting most days 6. He's just saying minimum 3.1.
And
But that's all I'm gonna say about that. We're not here to glorify anything except him, but I just want to say, hey, thank
It's a
you.
daily battle. It's a daily battle. This guy right here has been my run buddy for almost a year. Last year, this time, we started training.
2 minutes,
for the
Q.
P200. That'd be fine. We started training for the P200, and he was my run guy. He kept me motivated. Let's go run. Even though I didn't want to go, I still went. And now, shut up.
Somebody can see my face. Go ahead. Don't tell me to shut up.
You're rolling your eyes. So, I know what you're saying. He gets a new job. The Daily Red Pill.
1 minute, Q.
Okay, never mind.
All right.
Need a new running buddy, Trent.
All right, let's count off right quick. Joe Mellon, so you can get out of here.
2 interview, so
3, 4, 5,
appreciate it.
6, 7, 8.
Whatever. Try to give
9.
my buddy a
9 on me.
shout out. I don't want
All
to
right.
bother you no more.
All right,
Can I add one
respect.
quick thing?
Yes,
I
sir.
was just going to say the region bought several copies of Free to Lead, the book that tells you like the backstory on F3 and a lot of some of the stuff that we shared today and probably will be shared in the future. And we still have a couple copies left, so if anybody would like to read that and pass it along, let me know.
That's this guy right here. What really brought him out to F3? And why? What was on his table?
No, I came to his house for burgers and he had a book opened on his couch. I was
Wasn't
like,
on
what's this? I was like, what's this? He's like, oh, it's just a book I'm reading. Hey, you want to come to this thing F3 next week? I was like, well, I guess I need to go work out. It's been a while.
All right, Smiley. Today is the 18th, 17th, whatever. Look it up. It'll be all right. Whatever day you want to do.
to do it?
Is that
You can do both of them because I'm going to add them together. Do yours also. Yeah, I mean, this is all going to be one hit.
August 18th
Wait,
at the.
hold on.
What's the name of this AO again? The Brackish?
Whatever you want it to be.
Brackish veteran.
August,
Sir. The veteran, yeah.
August
That's right, that'd be
17th, we
fine.
got the Brackish Q Source. Used to be Veteran AO. This is Steve Ross, 58.
Sam, stand by.
He's still 1 pint. He's still 1 pint short.
Do it again.
This is August 17th. This is a Brackish Q Source. Used to be Veteran AO. Popeye Beatdown Q Source commentary. This is Steve Ross, 58. Smiley face.
Here's your
Good job.
for best acting because that wasn't.
Yeah, don't worry. I got the first and second.
47 Sapper.
1 pint.
Weaver 52, Magic Mike.
Magic Mike. Good job, Magic.
Herb Cato 33, Sir Purr.
Sir, Bert.
Letter Tat 54. Ponytail.
Ponytail respect.
Chris Howie 29, the Riddler.
Riddler.
Rick Anderson 61, old school.
Old school. Respect. Jamie Jones. Respect. 49. Apache.
Sir Purr is 42. Popeye.
All right, good job. Oh, man, we got started all over. I didn't get it.